Hello designers. I want to show you another cool thing that you can do in Illustrator that you might find useful and attractive on your lunar lantern. One of the tools that I haven't shown you, at least this year, is type on a path. So that's the subject of this video. I'm aiming for 3 minutes. Okay? So let's say this is the icon that I want to use in my lantern, and instead of just doing a text box across the top, usual linear format, let's say I want to have something that follows the shape of this logo. I can do that. So instead of using the regular type tool, I hold down the type tool key and I look for type on a path, which looks like a T downhill skiing. But before I do the text, I have to give it a shape to follow, a path to follow. Now, if I had it follow this logo itself, unfortunately, the logo would disappear and only leave behind the text. So what I need to do is make an ellipse, like that. That's roughly the same shape. Usually it needs to be a little bit bigger because you want to leave room for lettering that extends below the path. And again, I'm going to hurry this, not make it perfect, because I value your time. Okay, so there's my path. Now I go to the type on a path tool and I line this up somewhere along the path. One of the frustrations is sometimes it doesn't center where I want it to be. So the way I fix that is I just insert some spaces beforehand. You can treat this just like other text. Change the font to something you like, change the size, change the style, etc. And then use the space bar to move it where you want, or rotate it. There's a number of ways to do things, as usual. Now, if I want to leave it like this, I'd get a nice opaque engraving of those letters. But again, if you want, you can switch from no stroke and all fill to all fill, no fill, all stroke. But if you're going to do that, recall that you have to switch to a blue line, like that. And if you're going to have an outline or a stroke, you have to change that to 0.1. Okay? Good. Now, notice that Canadian International School of Hong Kong is backwards. That's because we're printing on the back of the lantern and people are going to see it from the front. So we have to do that with the text as well. While I have it selected, I go up to Object, Transform, Reflect, and vertical is usually the default. I click OK. There it is. There's one more thing. Can you guess what it is? You know, you got this. I feel like Dora the Explorer for a second here, but you have to expand the text when you're done, okay? So while the text is selected, last thing you do is you go to Object, Expand, and turn it into an object, which you could manipulate if you wanted to. Okay? That's that. Enjoy that.